right? So yeah, you make up a song and then you forget the tune and how you did it. So here we go. Good afternoon to you, baby. Good afternoon to you, child. Good afternoon to you, baby. We're gonna be here for a while. So, good afternoon. I missed the morning cutoff because today was flight school day. And I also had this burning desire this morning to clean my entire house, clean out closet. I mean, I got up and that's what I started doing. It's like I was cleaning out closets, I was cleaning off everything. And yeah, so I was cleaning. Then it's like, oh my God, flight school. And so I had to jump on flight school. And Mr. Edwin Haynes, our global master ambassador, spoke this morning. And as always, when he speaks, people listen because he is amazing. He's an amazing speaker. And I just always get so much from how he teaches. And he's very animated. You know, it's like you could basically feel the power coming from him. It really does something to you. You know, it gets to you. So this morning he was talking about the habits of successful people. And the last two actually just kind of hit me in the face, you know, kind of because I'm doing this challenge. Well, I'm getting ready to do this challenge to make a list. It's called, if you have been in network marketing at all, or I don't know if it's a term in other business platforms, but in network marketing, there's such a thing. It's called a chicken list. And your chicken list are those very highly successful people that you're afraid to call because you think that they won't pay any attention to you because they're already successful, or they're so successful that they don't need what you have. So you just skip over their name whenever that name comes up. It's like, no, I'm not calling them. They wouldn't listen to me. Why would they listen to me? They don't need me. So all these conversations that you have with yourself. And so when Mr. Haynes started talking about the last, I think it was number 11, successful people know when to pull the plug. Yeah, that one kind of like, because one of the quotes that he said after he mentioned that one was, "Don't be strong and wrong," you know, because know when it's time to change things up. Know when it's time to really pivot and say, you know what I'm doing is not working, or it's not working the way I want it to work. I need to pivot. I need to change some stuff up, because that's what successful people do. You know, they can, okay, I'm gonna do this. They're very in tune with their intuition. That, okay, I've been doing this for however long they've been doing it, right? And maybe I need to tweak some things because this is not working. And if it's not working, why keep doing it? You know, sometimes we associate pivoting with quitting. It's not quitting. You're changing some things in the actions that you continue to do. You're not stopping action. You're just changing up the actions that you're doing. It's like advertising. Say you put out an ad and your headline and your product or service or whatever is not hitting the way you want it to hit. You know, you're not getting the engagement that you want to get. then are you going to continue to run that non-profitable ad? No. You're going to take it back and do something different and then test that, right? You're going to keep testing until you get it right. Well, it's the same thing with anything else. You got to keep testing until you get it right, until you see the results that you want. You're not quitting, you're just pivoting, you're changing something up. Maybe you change in advertising. Sometimes, hello there, Michael. Sometimes you're just moving stuff around. I heard Russell Brunson say sometimes when you do an ad and your headline is not right, you may not want to change the entire headline. Maybe you just want to change one word. Sometimes it's just one word that you have to change. Or maybe you go out and you start looking at similar ads. He calls it funnel hacking. So you go out and you look at somebody else's ads in the same area that you're in, the niche as they call it, and you just kind of look at what they did. And you say, maybe, just maybe, I want to try that. You don't do the exact same thing because, you don't want to copy somebody. Model. As one of my other mentors say, Wesley Virgin, he says, you go out there and you look at people's stuff and you model it. You don't copy folks because that's plagiarism. It's kind of like being in school. You go out and you read a book. You don't plagiarize the book. You just go in and you get your ideas from it and then you use that, right? So sometimes pulling the plug doesn't necessarily mean stopping. Well, actually, all the time doesn't mean stopping. You're not stopping. You're just changing some things around to make it better, to make it work for you. Good morning. Thank you, Michael. So if you change some things around, sometimes that really just gets the engine going. Kind of like, back in the day, long time ago, before the electric trains and everything, they had trains that used coal, right? So the train would be going and it goes a little slower and it goes a little slower. And you got, oh, wait a minute, it's slowing down. Hold up, I need to do something. And so you take some more coal and you dump that coal in. It's the same thing with life, your business, all of this. If something's not working or it's going slower than you anticipate it should, maybe you need to throw some more coal on the fire. Maybe you need to say, I need to pivot, or I need help. That is the biggest thing that I've always had problems with, because I'm so independent and I will beat something up until because I don't like anything to get the better of me. And I had this mindset where if I ask somebody for help, I've let it get the better of me. I had to ask somebody for help, but that's the wrong mindset. The mindset is, I have done all I can do to figure this out. I don't know how to figure this out. Let me go to someone else who's already figured it out and get help from them. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't say that you're a failure. Matter of fact, even if you do, because that was one of the success tips as well. Successful people know that failures are only lessons. They're just lessons. And once you fail at something, you know not to do it again. So if you fail, you have a lesson. Kind of like a baby. Most of the time, well, all the time, when babies get ready to walk, what do they do first? They crawl, right? They crawl. Most of them do. Some of them just get right up and start trying to walk. But they crawl. And then they see something where they can pull themselves up. Say, I see all these other people around me standing up and walking. Let me try that. And the baby gets up and he pulls up and he goes and he walks around the table. Yeah, he's holding on, but he or she is holding on, but they're getting it, right? And then all of a sudden they're letting go. And I said, look, I'm going to take some steps. I am. They may be little tiny steps, but I'm going to take some steps, and I may fall down, but I'm going to get back up and try it again. What if we, us grown-ups, were like little babies, and that every time we fell down, we got back up and we kept trying it again? Oh, well, let me try this a different way. So now you've pulled the plug on that the old way that you were trying to do it, not living in your past, not thinking, well, if I keep doing it this way, it's eventually going to work out fine. No, move some stuff around, change. Maybe it's just changing that one single thing that's going to just like explode and make you so successful you won't even know what to do with it. And having that type of mindset, I know Mr. Johnny Wimbrey, who's also in our company. He's a black diamond in the company. He says, have that childlike mind. Think about yourself when you were a kid. Did you think you couldn't do anything? Was there anything that you thought you couldn't do? Probably not, which is probably why you fell down. You tried to ride a bike, you fell off the bike, but guess what? You got back up. You tried to hit a baseball, you struck out, but you got back in there. I mean, it's the same concept of a successful person. A successful person has a childlike mind because they don't let anything stop them and make them think that they can't do it. You can always do it. And no matter whether or not you have to pull the plug sometime, you have to change stuff up sometime, it's always attainable if you don't stop. Pulling the plug does not mean stopping. It does not mean quitting. It means you just have to change some things. He also talked about gratitude. This is a big deal. Successful people are thankful for everything they have. You don't hear everybody always coming out and say, oh, I'm so grateful. Yes, but you should. Every morning I get up, I say a prayer. Lord, thank you for waking me up, opening my eyes this morning. In my right mind, for life, health, and strength. If I don't write down gratitude for anything else, those things are really, really important. Guess what? Because I'm here. I'm alive. I'm awake. I have health. I can get out of bed. Some people didn't wake up this morning. And successful people, especially, the big time entrepreneurs, business owners, and, that have employees, you're grateful for your employees. You're grateful for the people that you work with, because without those people, what do you have? You can't do all that work by yourself. You're not going to do all that work by yourself. It's with the help of the people of the company. He mentioned that Mr. Haynes mentioned that again this morning too. A company is not a company without the people. So you have to focus on the people. Be grateful for the people. Pour into your people. That's a pivot that some companies need to make, because sometimes a lot of companies go under because they don't appreciate their people. People quit. People stop being excited about going to work. I saw this, it was a documentary a long time ago about Boeing. Boeing, and I had a cousin also that worked for them. And he told me about the break that they had during the day. And it wasn't lunch. It was a do whatever you need to do break. So yes, it was only 30 minutes. I think 30 to 45 minutes they had. But he used to go out to his car, listen to motivational stuff, and take a nap. And they found that they did a study, and they found that by implementing that one thing to take care of the needs of their employees, productivity was increased by 75%. 75%. So think about it. If you're telling your employees or the people that work with you or under you or whatever, however you want to look at it, thank you every day. Maybe do something nice for them. Maybe do a daily inspiration call like we have every day. How much more productivity do you think you would see? Change some stuff. It's okay to change. Change is good. Sometimes change is good. Change is an indicator of growth. So if you're not growing, then you're stagnant, right? So if you adopt the mindset of a successful person, you'll know when to pull the plug. You'll know that you need to be grateful for the people that you work with, maybe the products that you sell, maybe all of these things that you need to be grateful for. You'll know it. You'll have this sense of peace and harmony with your company, with your employees, with the world. Also, I said I wasn't going to go over all these tips, didn't I? But I want to go over just one more. Successful people have the same 24 hours that all of us have, but they make the best of their time. They make time for family. They make time for work. They make time for everything. It's just that the time that they have it laid out to where when they're being productive in their businesses, that's their productivity time. Okay, over here is my time for family. Over here is my time for my spiritual. Over here is my time for fun. But everybody has the same 24 hours. But we tend to always say, well, I'm too busy to do this, or I'm too busy to do that. Is your busy getting you to where you want to be? If the answer is no, stop being busy and start being productive. That one kind of hit home too. Because I had a lot of things on my plate. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm just losing my mind here. I got so many things going on. Well, a young lady on this platform, on HAPS platform, Nettie, I think that's how to say her name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. But she introduced me to this platform because I've been looking for a way that I could broadcast to all the different platforms without having to download it, because I was doing everything on Facebook because I didn't have time for Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of. I still have to download for Instagram because you can't do it from here. But I wanted some place that I could broadcast to more than one platform without having to do all that and upload and all that crap. And then so I said, God, I just need some help with that. And then all of a sudden, I'm on Clubhouse, and I ran into her in one of the rooms, and I don't remember which one. And I signed up. I followed her on Twitter. And she sent me this thing, and I went, oh, this looks pretty cool. And so now I'm on HAPS. I can broadcast to my Twitter, to my Facebook, and to YouTube at the same time. So sometimes that pivoting, that having time, that managing your time so that you do have time to do those productive things that you want to do, if you're patient and if you're continuing to do what you need to do, things will come to you. People will come into your life that you need. You just have to be open to receive it. You can't just think that you're always going to have, you're always going to be, I'm so busy, I can't make time for anything. You can make time for anything you want to make time for. everything you can make time for, but don't overwhelm yourself. I'm not going to tell you to go out there and put 15 things on your plate that you know good and well that all of them are going to take a specific amount of time, but just manage your time so that whatever you're doing is productive towards your goal. Writing down your goal. That's another one. Okay, I'm going I'm going over all these things, but hey, there you go. I got a little happy. But the things that he was talking about were all good tips. He went through 12 of them. I'm only saying, well, I only said 4 so far, but writing down your goals is another way to, well, they kind of run into each other, right? Because writing down your goals is another way to manage your time to make sure that you have that productivity. Also, writing down your goals, you'll know when to pivot, you'll know when to make changes. So all of these things kind of run into each other to get you to where you want to be. It's just one of those things. And we just have to make sure that every single day that we're doing something to make us happy. We're doing something to take care of all our whole lives, our whole 360 view, as they say, because there are certain areas of your life that you always have to take care of. You want to take care of your spiritual life. You want to take care of your personal life, your business life, your finances. All of those things are very, very important for you to live. But you also have to remember at some point, have some fun. It's okay. You don't have to work 24/7, 365. There should be at least a couple of hours in the day or a couple of hours in the week, however much you want to do, where you stop and breathe. Because you are successful already. Because as Earl Nightingale says, success is you decide what you want to do and you're doing the things to get that. It's the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, whatever that ideal happens to be for you. So if you decide that you want to be a street sweeper and you're going to be the best street sweeper on the planet, then you do that. You're successful. If you decide you're going to be a multi-billionaire and you're going for that goal and you get there, even before you get there, you're successful. Because success doesn't equal money. That's not always the case. Unless that's your goal. If that's your goal, that's your success. But everybody has a different idea of success. And that your success is not my success. And so you can't go around telling people what their success looks like. But you can tell them what successful people do. And if you notice, none of that had to do anything with money. Not one. It was the habits that they formed to make them a success. Not the success, because success means something different to every single person. And we have to realize that. You can't tell somebody else what their success should look like. If they have a goal of doing exactly what you do, then help them. Help them do exactly what you do. Don't put them down because they're not there yet. Baby steps. Crawl before you walk. But just know when to pull the plug on something that you're doing that's not working. Don't be strong and wrong, as Mr. Haynes said. Just know when you need counsel, know when you need help, and go out and get it, because your success is guaranteed if you go and do the things that you need to do to get it. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this today because I've talked for way longer than I intended. But I hope that you got something out of that, that sharing or that resharing of information. And I will see you guys on the next video tomorrow. And don't forget that tomorrow, if you have sent me a private message saying that you wanted to be in the drawing for the 3-day stay in Las Vegas, make sure that you sent me a message. If you sent me a message, I will be doing a drawing tomorrow after my talk tomorrow. And even if I only get 1 or 2 people, guess what? I got 1 or 2 people. If I get 1 or 2 people, then I will give it to both people because it doesn't make sense to do a drawing for 2 people, right? So if you want to be in the drawing, make sure that your name, email address, phone number is in the drawing because I need that to generate the coupon. So go ahead and send me that and say I want to be in the Free Friday drawing, and the drawing is on tomorrow, and I'll be here tomorrow at 11:30. I was a little bit late today because of flight school, but it's okay. 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, however that calculates for you. So I will be here 11:30 tomorrow morning, and I will do the drawing after my talk. And whoever sends me the information and tells me they want to be in the drawing, that's who will win. Okay, one of those people will win. If it's more than 2, then I have to do a drawing. If it's only 2 people, both people will win. There you go. All right. So, guys, I will talk to you later, and I wish you peace. I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.